Greetings, everyone. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the I Am Mantras. Today's mantra: I am love. I am love. I was born in love. I will die in love. I am love, for I can be nothing else. I am caring, giving, protective, honest, true, stable, grounded, centered, driving, and determined. I am in the image of source energy, which is love. Therefore, so love I am. So it is uttered, so it is. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Simply Spiritual. I would be remiss if I did not first mention this energetic frequency that we are currently experiencing, the wonderful Lionsgate portal, followed by the full solar eclipse. Amazing, amazing energies that are calling for us to live in our authentic selves. So, keeping that in mind, and also an interesting note, many astrologers feel and know that the actual Lionsgate will be occurring the 22nd, which is also very, very powerful. So we have an exceptionally powerful energetic frequency month this month of August, the 8-8 portal, the full eclipse, and the August 22nd portal, the master builder. Just wow, what a month. So we are to be in full meditative mode to receive all of the transmissions that we need to live in our authentic selves. And with that being said, please join me in welcoming our guest today, Parvinder. Welcome, Parvinder.
Hello, Monica. Thank you for having me. So grateful.
Thank you for being here. Now, tell us a little bit about yourself. Actually, as a matter of fact, I would like to speak a little on this wonderful lady. Just give me a moment so I can bring up your information here. And of course, it's giving me a difficult time. So why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit
Sure,
about yourself?
sure, Monica. Before I do that, I would like to just say about something what you just mentioned. I didn't know about the solar eclipse and the significance of August 22 because this month holds a very special meaning to me in my personal life. And along with that, the date August 22 holds a very special occasion in my life. So thank you for what you just told everyone about the August 22. I'm so looking forward to that.
Oh, wonderful. Would you care to share a little bit more
Yes,
about
it's
what?
it's my daughter's birthday on
Oh,
August the
wonderful.
22nd. Yes.
At that. Very
Yeah.
powerful. So that means that um, even though she may or may not be a life path 22,
Hmm.
that she has the energy of the
Yes.
master builder
Yes.
22. Beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I
So,
call her the greatness. She's the greatness of our life. Yes.
oh, beautiful. You have one child?
Yes, I have one.
One,
Yes.
one beautiful daughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
So, tell us a little bit more about yourself, or actually, you know something? I pulled up
Yeah.
all your information here,
Uh-huh.
and yes, here it is, finally. Technology
Great.
is great when it works for you,
Oh,
right?
yes, absolutely. I was trying to figure out the video of, how to get that thing on. But yes, I'm with you. Don't worry.
Yeah, thank you for your patience. I appreciate that.
Sure.
Okay, this our wonderful guest, Parvinder Sohal, is the founder of Mindsheath, keeping neuroscience simple. And that's what we specialize in here at Simply Spiritual because all spiritual matters are simple. And everything is spiritual, right?
Yes.
So beyond her work in neuroscience and the nervous system regulation key, she sees being a human being as one of the most important skills we need today. And I think that is beautiful. Would you care to elaborate a little bit on that for us?
Yes, yes, Monica, for sure. This question actually excites me these days that what is it that being human, or when I say listen, I'm here to listen. Because lately I've been dedicating my time doing two things. Number one, how I can simplify my work, which can facilitate people who come to me and seek help. And second thing is how I can really help you slow down. So there are
Mm.
two things these days I'm dedicating my time to. And the most important aspect is the second one, that what can I do actually to help people slow down? Not as a luxury, but I feel it's a necessary skill for the modern life that we are in right now in this era. So I help people understand how their nervous system actually works in everyday life,
Mm.
especially around anxiety, overthinking, emotional reactivity, focus, and all these quiet habits. We are the creatures of habits. These habits either support us or slowly exhaust us. So I try to keep my approach practical. um, yeah, I should try explain it to you with my partner. Can you see her? Her name is Lily. And when I say I'm simplifying my work, so Lily was the entry point for everyone who comes and talks to me initially, earlier. I used to just open her brain and used to start explaining things to people. But now Lily took a backseat. Lily is a part of those conversations, but Lily took a backseat. If you come to me and you share whatever is going on, and in those moments, my job now has become to be able to listen to you without my own judgments, my desires, without my own understanding, because I need to understand what's going on. And in that moment, what is it that I can do to comfort you, to make things a little simple for you, easier for you? So it starts from there, and the tools took a backstage. But first, it's a human to human connection. So I give people simple tools they can use so their nervous system can feel safer, cleaner, and more grounded. That's my work. That's my intention now.
That is beautiful. And as a spiritual life coach, Parvinder, it seems to me that what I'm hearing you say is you are adding these spiritual aspects to the field of neuroscience, which is phenomenal.
Yes, Monica, just being human, I think, is more important, because
Mm.
this era, you are in your field of work as well. You might have noticed that people around us, each one of us, are very quickly growing, rapidly growing towards calmness. Everyone is seeking um, kindness, compassion, love, empathy. So I think the world has moved beyond kindness now. It's more about compassion. It's more about how I
Mm.
can clearly see what you're feeling. And the talks are more about feeling and being, and more than, doing. So we are trying
Mm.
to find a balance. How can we bring that on table? Yes. So yeah, I agree with you.
You keep touching these key points. To
Mhm.
me, we're entering a new dispensation
Mhm.
of what I call the divine feminine dispensation, the divine feminine awakening,
Wow.
such as yourself,
Uh-huh.
and which emphasizes, like you just said, compassion and love in everything we do. So you basically are a living example of
Thank you.
this,
Yes. Yes.
absolutely.
What can I do? I have a girl, a young, amazing girl. And what is it that I can do? What I'll do will get to her, right? So what exactly can I do? My actions, the way I see the world, how do I see the world and how do I see others, that reflects, and that perception will go on to her. So it's a chain. And if you're talking about divinity and the female divinity, so I think it's important for us to, you know, create more of it so that we can share it. It starts from home. Your girl, your daughters, your sisters, your mom, your friends. I think it starts from that base.
So true, so true. We are the example, and we are the teachers that we seek, actually. And
Yes.
just as the solar eclipse and the Lion's Gate
Mhm.
are leading us to be our authentic selves. A part of that is also to remember that we are love, and that loving and compassionate leadership
Yeah.
um, are the call of the day. So, having said all of these wonderful, wonderful words, thoughts, and feelings,
Yes.
Mount Everest, the
Oh,
topic
yes.
of today. You traveled to the foot of Everest. Exciting. And you came home with two love letters, Parvinder. Tell us about the women who inspired those letters.
Well, Monica, I not only came back with just two love letters, I came back with so much love
Mm,
because we often do things or plan things with a particular intention, right? I want to achieve something because there is a hidden desire. But when you're on the path, when you're on that journey, you figure out that this is a total different game. This is not what you're looking for. This is something else which so powerful beyond your thoughts is there to is there for you to understand that what exactly is right there unfolding in front of you. So when I went for the Everest base camp, I went with only one picture in my mind, and that was the big famous Everest base camp rock, where people sit
mm,
down, have photos, and enjoy that. Those were the Mount Everest, mighty mountain, and the rock. Those were only two things in my mind. And actually, it happened that way. While hiking, fourth day into the hike, it became so challenging for me that my head was down and it became like a hardest chore of my life. It's,
mm,
die or carry on or go back. And it became utterly challenging for me. And I couldn't enjoy anything else. I couldn't look around. I couldn't take more photos and videos. There was nothing like, yay, we are going to the Everest Base Camp. It more became inwards for me, and
mm,
how can I face this? What is this thing trying to show me? So I was going through all that. So the hike in itself was a challenge, but I met some amazing humans throughout. Not only these beautiful women, but also these hardworking Sherpas, which which dedicate their entire life, because I think this is again not only the only medium way to make money, but also this is their spiritual way of doing things as well. Because on the way, you get to you get to see some old monasteries, some old temples, and these people really keep everything very close to their hearts. So these two love letters we are talking about today, these are dedicated to these amazing two lovely women I never met. We never had long discussions. So these are not romantic in the usual sense, but the letters of pure human recognition and gratitude. The first letter we are talking about, which I numbered my love story number one, is a letter which is inspired by a woman I saw standing in a small old wooden window she either just appeared or she just appeared for me. I really don't know till date. But in the busy street of Thamel in Kathmandu, which is the neighborhood of the busy street, we never spoke. We simply looked at each other for a few long moments. And that was the soft, open presence which I felt in her eyes. And I smiled, she smiled back, and as if I saw the most beautiful star or the most beautiful flower, right? I just, with my hand gestures, I asked her, can I take a photo? And she said, yes, she nodded yes. I took a photo, I captured the moment. And yes, I carried that back home, and um, a wordless recognition of each other's humanity created that moment for the first letter, which became the story number one. The second one, which we are talking about,
Oh, before you
oh,
continue,
yeah.
I would like to hear excerpts from that if you would like to read
Okay,
maybe the first
sure.
couple paragraphs from that letter, please.
Let me pull that up.
Okay.
You, let's see. We're almost there. Technology is with us.
Yeah. Take your time.
All right, there we go. Yes, it goes like, I went all the way to Everest Base Camp expecting to write about mountains and a silence at 5,000 meters. But on my last evening in Kathmandu, a quiet moment in Thamel changed everything. I looked up and fell in love with a beautiful elderly woman smiling at me from an old wooden window. No words were exchanged, just a smile, a wave, and a few seconds of pure unspoken love. This is my love story number one. You want me to read a more from it? Monica, I can do
That
that.
was beautiful. That was
Yeah,
beautiful. It
yeah,
reiterates exactly what you said.
yeah,
Please continue. Continue with
sure.
love
I
story
can
number
read,
two,
yeah, I
or
can
if you
read
like,
a few more, yes, what I really felt
yes.
after late evening, which I mentioned in the letter. Um, yes, it goes like, I captured the moment, I captured the love. We held that quiet exchange a little longer. Two strangers, one smile, one wave, one silent conversation of the heart. Then she stepped back inside and I continued walking, my chest full. Later that evening, the question came, was she lonely? Was she waiting for someone? Should I have gone up and spoken to her? But I stopped myself. I don't want to turn this into a problem to solve. I wanted to stay inside the purity of that moment, the simple organic love that passed between us without words, without plans, without needing anything more. Whenever I go back and think about this, Monica, this really reminds me that stay in the moment, stay in the presence. So we always try to find other reasons. We want to know more. We want to know what
Mm.
happened next. We want to see what could have happened. But I think this is a reminder that enjoy what you have right now, right in front of you, and it just stays there. The magic is in that. That's it. So this was a bit more that I wanted to read for every one of us today.
That is so beautiful, Parvinder. You had mentioned in the beginning of this segment, we need to embrace love without expectations. Like you said, you didn't want to turn it into a treatment session.
Yes,
So,
yes,
yes, without expectations, that's what came to me. Yes.
yes. Thank
Please
you.
continue.
Yes, now let's talk about the second one. The second letter, which I wrote recently, I posted on LinkedIn, is turned out to be my story number four. This one is like a spark, it's like a firework. Because imagine you walking on the street and just looking around at all these beautiful shops, and you hear a voice screaming at you for your attention, for you to
Hmm.
turn around. And I turned around and I see this beautiful lady with such elegantly draped in this Indian traditional sari she was wearing. I think she does have, I don't know, I have to look at the photo. She might have also be wearing flowers in her hair. And I saw pure energy. I saw pure spark like a firework. And why me? That was the question. Why is she calling me, right? You're in a strange city among the strangers, and then someone is shouting at you. But I just went over and um, she pulled me and she hugged me. She said, "You are my daughter I never had." And and I wanted to cry in that moment because maybe I was ready to receive that love. And that is one of the most important points I want to make, is that we are ready to love people, but are we also ready to receive love?
Mm,
So spirituality, prayers, gratitude, being thankful for what you have helps you engrave this out, this quality out of you, where you're ready to receive love as well. And I was so ready to receive that love, and that's how I was able to feel you, because it's more about being and feeling, right? So
mm.
the moment she said, you're my daughter I never had," and I said, "Yes, in this moment, I'm your daughter," you know? So we hugged, we sat down for a few minutes, we took photos, I took her photo, and that's it. And bye. And she said, "God bless you, carry on with your day." And I carried on with my day. And I came back and I thought about her, and I thought, yes, I want to share this love with people around me. Yes.
Absolutely beautiful. As you're speaking, this reminds me in positive psychology,
Uh-huh.
it's noted that seemingly insignificant or simple interactions with other people can add so much to our well-being, and these love letters speak to that precisely.
Yes,
Beautiful.
absolutely. Let me try read few bits from this love story number 4. Yeah. So it goes like, I was walking slowly through the busy lanes of Thamel, not rushing, just allowing the place to hold me. The old wooden doors, a soft chaos of voices, the smell of incense mixed with metal and dust. There is something deeply human about the market. It feels unfinished, imperfect, and full of quiet stories. Then I heard her sweet voice. "Oh, hello. Hello, girl. Come here. You look like my daughter. I don't have a daughter, but it feels like you are my beautiful daughter." My heart started galloping. I turned and I saw her sitting in the doorway, wrapped in a bright red sari, her face soft with age and pure kindness. And in that moment, I noticed something simple and beautiful. I was wearing red too. I walked towards her. I told her how beautiful and lovely she looked. Without hesitation, she opened her arms and pulled me into a hug filled with years of warmth. Then she began to blessing me one after another, her hands gentle, her voice full of serenity. I looked at her and I said, "For these moments, I'm your daughter."
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
What a love, Monica, what a love.
Yes, yes. To experience that love
Yes.
that we have innately within all of us, but you're tapping in and teaching others to do so, to do the same.
I wish, yes, I wish. I wish. My simple intention of bringing these stories down, writing these stories down and bringing it to everyone is is again with the question, what is it that I can contribute to humanity in the most simplest way? And what is it that I can bring on this table? So if you read this letter and you are out and about your work on the streets, market, cafe shops, right? And you look at a stranger and you exchange a smile, or you kindly look at someone, or you help someone, or you pay for someone's coffee, right? You do these little things which makes us human, with the care and empathy. So that's my intention. If my letters can move you to do this, and if you can remember that I read this, so why not I you know try to remember of being more human. So that's my intention with these letters.
So needed today, Parvinder, so very much needed.
Yes.
This frequency of love and tenderness and acts of kindness towards our
Yes.
others. It's so beautiful, so beautiful.
Thank you.
Moving on to our next question, Parvinder,
Yeah.
what was it about these two elders that moved you to write? I think you touched on that. And
Uh-huh.
what did you see in them? Would you care to elaborate a little bit more on that?
um what moved me, Monica, was not the words we have exchanged, if we exchange fewer words, but in both the cases very little was said,
Mm.
and it was what they were. The woman in the window was, I saw a quiet grace in her. She wasn't trying to be anything. She might have, just she might be doing it every day. You wake up and you took a nap, you wake up and you go to the window and you look outside. So it was just her quiet grace, how simply she allowed that moment to exist. There was no performance, no rush, no need to fill the silence. It was just open presence. And the lady in the red sari who called me her daughter, I think her spark, I felt it was like a spark, it was like a drop in the ocean, which was much needed. So that was the second letter, the love story number 4 with the lady. Because sitting down with her for a few minutes, my own nervous system settled because we shared a great laugh about how we can exchange dialogue like, you're my daughter, and I said, yes, I'm your daughter, and then we both laughed. So again, laughing helps your nervous system to calm down. So there was no teaching, no advice, nothing. That's how these are the two qualities of these ladies, which I still carry with myself and inspired me to write these down.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, so I noticed you are both wearing red,
Oh, yes.
and red, is symbolic of the root chakra. Do you think that came
Wow.
into play at all?
I didn't know that. And
Yes.
now, after talking to you, I might go ahead and read about the root chakra. But I know
Yes.
I've heard about these in my the tradition, the culture I come from. I haven't explored, never got the chance to
Oh,
explore, but I would love to read about these. And that red that I was wearing, I bought it from the same market.
look at that.
Because yes, look at that.
Well, there are no coincidences, only
No,
synchronicities.
yes,
Only
there are no
synchronicities.
coincidences at all.
No,
I have a firm faith, and I'm a firm believer that there's a reason for everything and everyone in your life. We are here to
absolutely.
learn from each other. Right now, out of millions of people, you send a text to me and I replied to you, and we are talking right now. So
And
there's
here
no
we are.
coincidence. And here we go.
No,
We're learning so much from each other.
so much from each other. This is beautiful.
Thank you.
You were just radiating that love, and I said I must speak with Parvinder. I must. So
Yes.
I'm very grateful that you accepted my invitation.
I'm grateful as well. Thank you.
So the mountain stood behind you, but the real sacred ground, Parvinder, was in those villages.
Absolutely.
Yes, and
Absolutely.
yes. Would you care to elaborate on that and what the women taught you about life?
Yes, Monica. It looks like a simple life, but it's the most challenging life I could feel. The mountain was magnificent, and the mountain is magnificent. And standing at the Everest base camp, you feel powerful as if you've achieved something. But
Mhm.
the real sacred, you did achieve, right? It helps your willpower, and it's not easy to do, first of all. So I hats off to people who take up this challenge, and even people who climb Mount Everest and all these challenging mountains. There is a name in my head which I would like to take and share because it's very important. Our head guide, Dafuri, his name is Dafuri. He's a Sherpa, and he himself is a Mount Everest climber, and I think he's attempting it one more time. He's a great leader, a very young boy. I think he's late 20s. He said something which resonated with me a lot, and what he every evening dinner time, he will brief us about the next day, and we would go through about how each one of us is feeling. And the last day when we were hiking towards the base camp, that a night before, he briefed and he said something so beautiful, and he said that, see, this is your dream is about to come true. You'll be at the Everest base camp at the famous rock, but don't forget about people who tried climbing Everest and they are nowhere to be seen now. They've lost their lives, and a lot of them are my friends. So he said that when you reach at the base camp, I want you to sit down in silence and pray for them. I don't want to, it's a sacred place, he said. I don't want to see any of you shouting, screaming, dancing, and all that. He said, okay, you can do it if it's up to you. But what I really want you to do is dedicate a few minutes of silence for my friends and unknowns who were not able to achieve that dream and who lost their lives. And that was such a pure form of love, Monica, that young boy showed us.
Mhm.
And I really felt that. And I bless him. And I said, what I can do for you is I can pray for you that all your dreams come true. Yeah. So
Sac-
yeah, I think a lot. So I spend a lot of time in my head, and I love doing that. So this thing came in between, and I thought about him, and I thought I should share this beautiful love that he expressed. Yes.
Requesting sacred silence
Yeah,
in
yes.
honor and recognition. That is beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Yes,
So
yes.
I was, we were talking about the villages, the mountain. Yes, the mountain was magnificent. So I met so many amazing, hardworking women there, women who were doing everything by themselves under the shadow of these mighty mountains. I saw them cooking for groups of trekkers early in the morning, serving endless cups of teas and dal bath with quite efficiency, laughing with each other while their hands are never stopping. I saw them
Mm,
taking care of their children while cooking and making, dinner for the trekkers in those beautiful, cozy tea houses.
mm,
I saw them attending to their domestic cows and yaks. I saw them carrying heavy loads, sweeping the floor, managing the lodges, all in the same day and day after day after day. It looks like a simple life, but it's full of challenges,
mm,
and it's incredibly harsh. The cold, the altitude, the weather changes anytime, the long hours, the physical work, none of it looks easy. And yet, I could see through the dignity and steadiness in the way they moved through it. So I have a huge respect for these women. These women, those women taught me real strength of, which is often quiet. It doesn't need to announce itself. They
Mm,
taught me that love is expressed through consistent care, through showing up every single day for people and the work in front of you. They taught me that simple life is not easy life, but it can be deeply meaningful, one when it is lived with presence and responsibility. So I went to the foot of Everest looking for personal achievement, but it turned out to be a very spiritual and a very human journey for me. And I came back with a much deeper respect for everyday hard work and a sacredness of hard work, um, quiet endurance and resilience, which these men and women of that harsh nurture and nature shows us. So I think everyone should hike in their life once in a while. Yes,
and Everest sounds like the place to do it.
I
What
think
you're
so.
just, yes. And what you're describing to me sounds like pure dedication,
Yes,
doing
pure
something that
dedication.
you love and you're dedicated, as opposed to obligation, which is drudgery. Dedication is something you love and you enjoy.
Pure dedication, Monica. And I have a lot of more stories, and I have so many pictures and videos. I've interviewed so many people, young girls, young women, men, young dads. Um, and you're right, it was pure dedication. I remember at one of the lodges, I offered help that I have some time, I want to talk to you. So while you are going through your things, can I help you? And we can talk while I can help you. And they politely rejected. They said, no, no, you're not allowed here. You just go, sit outside. I'll serve, I'll bring it to you. I wanted to help them. Yeah, but they were like, this is our job. Yes.
Wow. Wow. Beautiful. The
Yeah.
simplicity of love and dedication to what you do and love is
Yes.
so beautiful. So you said you did interviews. You interviewed the people there in Mount Everest, or
Yes.
oh,
It's a part of my work, and I'm doing my own personal research on gratitude and whichsoever soul resonates with me. I request if I can, we can talk about it for some time. I do it in a very special way where we during the interview, before we start the interview, we detach our identity, we put it on the table. I detach my name from myself, I detach what I do, it's on the table. And now we talk about who are you? And we talk about gratitude, we talk about helping a stranger, what that felt. And I tell you, Monica, the moment we detach our identities, the moment we put our name on this table and it stays on the table till the time we talk, it starts with tears. It starts with overwhelming. It starts with so much love.
mm,
And yes, so I did spoke to I remember talking to a lodge owner who's doing it for so many years, managing a lodge, working with tourists. And when you look at his reception, the lodge reception, you see this fancy coffee machine, you see this LP player, you see this, amazing paintings. And when I asked him that, how come this? So he says this is his life for a few months till the tourist season is open, and this is his world, and this is what he wants in his world. So that was, yeah, unexpected unexpected things that I saw in those lodges, which I thought that those were the very minimal, lodges. Like, yeah. So Yes, I think I was very fortunate to meet some amazing people, which I would be sharing very soon with the
Most
rest of the
definitely.
world.
So
Yes.
you did record these interviews that
Yes, I have those interviews. Yes.
wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful. That's interesting that you should say that when we um, put aside or
Yeah.
temporarily lay down
Yeah.
all of our identities and egoic identities. Is that a
Yes.
correct? Yeah,
Absolutely.
and there's nothing left but love, really, when
Yeah.
you think of it. Yeah, I because at our essence, at our core, that is what we are. So, what a wonderful way to conclude this beautiful broadcast. I'm so grateful for you, Parvinder, joining us and telling us about this wonderful experience at the foot of Mount Everest. Any closing words? And is there any way that viewers can get in touch with you if you'd like, or are you still in beta stage?
Yes, before I go there, Monica, I have two requests. If you allow me, there is a poem, not a poem, there are few lines which are written by a famous spiritual leader, and those are handwritten, and are on my refrigerator, which we all read every day. I would like to read those lines for you if you permit. So
Absolutely.
that's one thing, that's first request. And second thing, which I always carry a pen and paper, and second thing, which I read something on LinkedIn last night. I would like to read those lines. And in the end, which I do with my clients, I stopped calling them clients because everything is information. So, and something that I do with my information, we do it together, which is we dedicate 10 seconds of our time and we sit in silence for 10 seconds and we send love.
Mm,
We keep hands on our heart and we put a timer and we send love to everyone, the humanity, the animals, the pets, the birds, the shrubs, the herb, the bushes, everyone in the universe. So this is my request. This is the way I would like to conclude. And people can find me on LinkedIn. I am not on any other social media platform. I am not on Facebook, Instagram as of now, and I'm very much on LinkedIn. And I also have my WhatsApp channel, which operates like a magazine. I send, I upload daily updates, which resonates with me, which will be helpful for the help you in nervous system regulation, overall health, and some motivation and my stories on that WhatsApp channel, which I can share with you, Monica. You can put the link on and people can check that as well. So these are the two mediums. So now, if you permit, shall we go ahead and I read those beautiful lines?
yes, please do.
Great. So the first one is by A.H. Almas. He wrote about the challenges or the difficulties of life. And these are the few lines out of that extract. It goes like, you are not going in the right direction unless there is something pricking you in the side, telling you, look here, this way. That part of you loves you so much that it doesn't want you to lose the chance. It will go to the extreme measures to wake you up. It will make you suffer greatly if you don't listen. What else can it do? That's its purpose. This is by A.H. Almas, a famous spiritual American writer. And something that I read last night, which resonates so much with the work I do, it says, sometimes the greatest support isn't having all the answers, it's simply knowing someone is willing to walk with you. This is such a beautiful way someone wrote on LinkedIn. and I read it last night. And now, Monica, with your permission, shall we dedicate our 10 seconds to humanity for love? Monica, are you there?
Absolutely. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I thought I lost you.
No, my apologies.
I was
I
all
was
by myself.
pressing buttons. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no, not at all. Yes, please, continue.
Great. So I put the timer on and we put it for 10 seconds and we dedicate our 10 seconds for love.
Might I interject that
Yes.
we place one hand on our heart and the other on our
Yes.
abdomen, our womb space,
Yes, absolutely. I'm with you. Which one goes on heart? Which one goes on the abdomen?
whatever you feel led.
Whatever you feel like. Okay.
Yes.
So, all right. So I'm starting the timer now. Are you ready, Monica? Let's send the
Yes.
bell. Okay. Starting now. How quickly the time flies, Monica.
So it is uttered, so it is done.
Yes,
How
absolutely.
beautiful. What the perfect way to conclude the broadcast. Thank you so much, Parvinder.
Thank you,
And I
Monica.
would love to interview you again sometime.
Lovely. Would love to see you again and love to
Yes.
all. Yes, whosoever is listening.
Okay. Until next time.
Until next time, Monica, you have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you. You too. Bye
Bye bye.
bye.